Hi, I wanted to say something about the seminar tasks. This is the most important work that you will do on the course, a part of course from the exam. Every week you're going to write something and submit it to your seminar tutor at least 24 hours before the seminar meets. This is very important. Sharing your writing with your seminar tutor each week will allow you, first of all, to develop your own ideas and your skills at expressing and defending them, and secondly, it will allow your tutor to have this week-by-week sense of how hopefully things are improving as you go through the term. It's also important because the seminars for this course really exist for you to discuss your writing. It's not for us to have a chat, it's not for somebody to tell you more stuff. Plenty of that happens in a recorded lecture. The seminars are really about you being interrogated by your peers, by your seminar tutor, concerning the position that you have defended in writing. This is the way to really develop your thinking. The third component of our seminar work is the peer review. When you submit a piece of work, that will be available for another student to peer review anonymously, and each week part of your seminar task before the seminar will be to write a short peer review of the other student's work as well. This is a very important part of your learning. Sometimes people think, well, I'm going to write stuff and a seminar tutor is going to evaluate that and perhaps even grade it. That's not the most important thing that happens. The most important thing that happens is the discussion that you have, not just with your seminar tutor and lecturer, but also with the peers around you. And a key part of that is peer review. When I do a piece of work, actually I just sent off a piece of work this morning. That piece of work is subject to peer review. Of course I'm frustrated when I get back these terrible peer reviews, but it's a way that I learn to improve my work. It's the central way that I learn to improve my work. And at this level, at university, peer review is also fundamental for you. So please do those peer reviews, take them seriously. It's a very important part of the work. I'm emphasising that because in the past, with students who are a bit further on in their studies, I've had great success with peer reviews. When I tried doing first year peer reviews, last year for the first time, a different course, it just didn't work at all. People basically didn't engage. Please get on and do those peer reviews. It's a very important thing to learn how to review another person's work. The other side of the peer review, I'm going on about this because it's so important. The other side of the peer review is this. It's quite good for you to read other students' work. You see, at the beginning, in the first year, for the most part, what you're writing will be absolutely abysmal. You will be writing stuff which is just appalling, right? I know if I look back at the stuff which unfortunately I saved from my own first year, it is terrible, absolutely terrible. And all of the students I've taught, nearly all of them, maybe one or two exceptions, are geniuses. But for the most part, the first year work in particular was completely appalling. No two ways about it. Now, one of the best ways to get out of that quickly is to have a look at what other students are doing, be reassured that their work is really better than your own, build up some confidence, see some problems with their work, and then feed those back to your own. Peer reviews, very important, partly because you're providing potentially useful advice to another student. Won't always be useful, but you can try. Also partly because you're going to get to read and evaluate another student's work, and sometimes it's easier to think critically from the outside. So peer review is fundamental to the process. Now, in order to achieve all this, you're going to use a little web application that I wrote called yyrama. In what follows, I'm going to take you through how to use yyrama, but if you're like me, you really hate videos showing you how to use websites. I've been using websites for about 25 years now. I feel like I can click on links. I don't really need someone to make a video to show me that. So do what I suggested in the previous section. Tune out, switch off, find something better to do. But if you really want me to show you how to use yyrama, I'm actually going to do that now. Here we are at the Mind and Reality webpage. It starts, of course, with a week-by-week guide that I'm encouraging you to use. And every week, the first thing that you will see is the seminar task to do for that week. Now, week one is not very interesting in that respect. There's no seminar, so there's no seminar task for you to do. So instead of doing a seminar task, let me just take you down to week 2. I haven't released this yet, so you can't see this on the main website, but it will come shortly. And when you do see week 2, what you'll see is that there are some ticks, and each of these ticks is a little thing for you to do. And associated with those ticks sometimes are some links that will take you directly to the task. Very simple. Now, let me take you back up because there is something I'd like you to do this week, even though, as I say, there's no seminar. So what I'd like you to do this week, if you would, is just to review the seminar tasks by clicking the link under seminar tasks. When you do that, you're going to see a form asking you to sign in, but you're a new student, so you don't already have your details here on yyrama. You can't use your university account to sign in. yyrama doesn't speak to other university systems. What you're going to do is register for an account, so let's go off and do that now. When you're registering, you can put anything you like as the email, but please use your university email, and also please use your real name here. The reason for that is just that your seminar tutor is going to associate this name with your work. So if you have a name like Funky Chipmonkey as a clever email account, you don't want your seminar tutor to think that that's who's writing your essays. You want the seminar tutor to build up this relationship with you through understanding your work. Okay, very good. Now I've already got an account, so I can just sign in here. And once you are registered and signed in, you're going to see the main Mind and Reality course on yyrama. First of all, there's a list of seminar groups. Please sign up for the seminar group that you're in. They're not listed yet because they haven't been decided, but when they are, they'll be here. You join the seminar group here, as well as on Tabula, and then you can check out the tasks. The tasks are organized by date. There are 2 or 3 tasks each week, typically small tasks. So what you can see here, this is the first seminar in week 2. You've got 2 things to do. You're going to write a mini essay and have a peer review. So let's take a look at the mini essay task. Over we go. Here it is. It's a question. And directly below this, when the task is open, at the moment the task is closed, but from the 7th of October, you'll see a box to write your essay in, and you're just going to type into the box or copy and paste into that box. Top tip here, read the questions carefully. So the first question says, state the principle of acquaintance using Russell's own words, giving an appropriate citation. Mysteriously, not everybody will follow that instruction. When you're answering these questions, read the questions carefully, do what the questions tell you to do. Not supposed to be super difficult in the first week. We're just trying to make sure that everybody's got the idea. And it works, of course, exactly the same way with the peer review task that you'll also be doing next week. When you hit that link, you're going to see some instructions for the peer review. So that is the yyrama page. It's a very handy page because it will give you week by week all of the things that you need to do for the seminars. So well done for surviving this to the end. I hope that was useful. I'm looking forward, if you're in my seminars, very much to reading the work that you write for each of the weekly seminars. If after this you still do have questions about how yyrama works or about the work for the seminar, then please do drop me an email. I'm Steve Butterfill, and I'm the lecturer for your course, Mind and Reality. Thank you very much.